Sagittarius, my beautiful, fire-born soul. It is the 17th of August, 2026, and I need you to hear me clearly right now because the universe is not whispering today. The universe is shouting your name. That relationship you have been praying for, crying over, almost giving up on, it is not fantasy. It is not a cruel joke the cosmos is playing on your heart. A very specific person, someone whose energy has been orbiting yours in silence, is stepping forward, and it is happening soon, sooner than your doubting mind will allow you to believe. But here is the twist that will change everything, Sagittarius. This person was already near you, you almost walked past them, you almost dismissed the sign. And the only reason they are revealing themselves now is because you finally released someone who was never meant to stay. That release unlocked the door. So before I reveal who this person is and how they enter your life, do me one small thing. Drop a like on this video right now and tell me in the comments, where in the world are you watching this from? Because I want to send light back to your exact corner of the earth. Now breathe. And let us begin, Sagittarius. There is something these stars have been building for you, and I want you to understand the architecture of it before I reveal the full picture. Because what is arriving in your love life is not random. It is not luck. It is not the universe tossing you a scrap because you have been patient long enough. No, beloved Archer, this is destiny. This is a thread that was spun long before your soul chose this lifetime. And the person stepping toward you in these coming days carries a resonance that your spirit has recognized in dreams you can barely remember upon waking. You have seen their face in half-formed visions. You have felt their name on the tip of your tongue during those quiet, lonely hours near midnight when the house is still, and your heart aches in a way you cannot explain to anyone. That ache, it was not emptiness. It was anticipation. Your soul was stretching toward them before they were even ready to stretch back. But I know how heavy the waiting has been for you, Sagittarius. I know there were nights you stared at your phone and wondered if love had simply forgotten your address. I know there were moments, perhaps even this very week, where you thought, maybe I am meant to walk this path alone. Maybe something is wrong with me. Maybe I asked for too much, hoped for too much, opened my heart too many times to people who held it carelessly and handed it back bruised. And that doubt, that quiet, poisonous little whisper that says perhaps it will never be my turn, I need you to hear me when I say this. That whisper is a liar. It is the echo of old wounds speaking in a voice that sounds like truth but is only fear dressed in logic. You are not too much, you are not unlovable. You are not forgotten, you are being prepared. Every delay, every heartbreak, every person who left before the story could fully bloom, they were clearing the altar. They were removing what did not belong so that what does belong could be placed there with reverence. And this is where the tarot speaks, Sagittarius, because I pulled for you before I began this reading. And the card that rose to the surface was the Two of Cups, upright, radiant, almost glowing with golden light. Do you understand what that means? The Two of Cups is not a casual meeting. It is not a passing flirtation. It is the archetype of sacred union, of two souls recognizing each other across the noise of the world and saying, "Oh, there you are, I have been looking for you without knowing your name." Beside it, the star card appeared, which tells me this connection carries healing. Not just excitement, not just chemistry, but deep cellular healing. The kind that makes your nervous system finally exhale. The kind where someone looks at you and you feel seen for the first time in a very long while. Now, I must gently remind you, dear Sagittarius, that this reading is a general channel. The stars speak in broad, luminous strokes, and your own intuition is the final translator. Take what resonates in your chest, in your gut, in that small, warm place behind your ribs, and release what does not. You are the authority over your own becoming. But that is not all. Because later in this reading, I am going to walk you through what this new love means for your finances, your career, your health, your family dynamics, and your spiritual energy. I will reveal your lucky numbers and your lucky color for this powerful day, and I will tell you which three zodiac signs are most magnetically aligned with you right now. So stay with me. Do not click away. What happens next is important, and some of it may confirm something you have already been sensing but could not yet name. Before we go deeper, if this message is already touching something tender inside you, if you felt that little spark of recognition when I described the midnight ache, the almost giving up, the quiet prayer whispered into a dark ceiling, then please tap that like button. It costs you nothing, but it tells the universe you are open, you are listening, you are ready to receive. And if you are new here, subscribe and turn on that small bell, because I speak to your sign every single day, and I do not want you to miss the update that confirms what I am telling you today. The universe is also showing me something about the timing, Sagittarius, and this is where the surprise deepens. You see, this person does not arrive with fireworks and loud announcements. They arrive gently, perhaps through a message you almost delete, perhaps through a mutual friend who says you should meet someone, perhaps through coincidence so small you would normally dismiss it. Except this time, something in your chest says, wait, pay attention, that small voice. That is your destiny tapping you on the shoulder. Do not ignore it. The person coming is not a stranger in the cosmic sense. Your energies have touched before in a past life, in a dream, in a moment you both forgot, and now the veil is thinning, and recognition is returning. There is something deeper here, though. The emotional tension you have been carrying, the heartache, the feeling that love keeps arriving one step too late, that is not your punishment. That is your initiation. The universe does not withhold from you. The universe times you, and the timing was never about cruelty. It was about alignment. You needed to grieve what you grieved. You needed to sit in the discomfort of not knowing. You needed to build a relationship with yourself so solid, so unshakable, that when this person walks in, you do not grasp at them out of desperation. You choose them out of wholeness. And that, Sagittarius, changes everything. That makes this love last. That makes it real. That makes it the one you stop running from because you are no longer running from yourself. So breathe. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. The waiting is ending. The doubt is dissolving. The heartache is composting into something fertile and green. And very, very soon, you will look back at this exact moment, this exact video, and you will say, yes, that was the day I finally believed it was coming. And it will already be here. Now, Sagittarius, before we descend into the specific chambers of your life, your love, your work, your body, your family, I want to place something sacred into your hands, because the universe has whispered numbers to me for you today, and I do not take that lightly. Your lucky numbers for the 17th of August, 2026 are 3, 7, and 21. 3 is the number of creative expression, of the trinity of mind, body, and spirit aligning into one coherent beam of intention. 7 is the seeker's number, the mystic's number, the number that says the answer is closer than your anxious mind believes. And 21, beloved, is the number of completion before a new cycle. It says the old chapter is closing, and you do not need to force it shut. It is already turning the page for you. Write these numbers down, speak them in the morning. Set them as a quiet intention before you sleep. You do not need to understand the mechanism. You only need to trust the frequency. And your color for today, Sagittarius, is royal purple, not soft lavender, not pale lilac, royal purple, the color of sovereignty over your own emotional kingdom, the color of the crown chakra opening, of spiritual authority, of walking into a room and not shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. Wear it if you can, a scarf, shirt, even a small stone in your pocket. And if you cannot wear it physically, close your eyes for 30 seconds and imagine a deep violet light pouring down through the top of your head, filling your chest, pooling in your hands. That is your armor for today. That is your signal to the universe that you are ready to receive what has been prepared. But that is not all, because the universe is also showing me a deeper layer of guidance for you, and it concerns the way you speak to yourself in the quiet hours. Sagittarius, I need you to hear this. You have been carrying a story about yourself that is no longer true. A story that says you are too intense, too much fire, too restless, too hungry for meaning in a world that prefers surface. And somewhere along the way, perhaps through a lover who flinched at your depth, perhaps through a friend who called you dramatic for feeling things fully, you began to edit yourself. You began to dim the flame. You began to apologize for the size of your own heart. And I am here to tell you, gently but firmly, that the person coming toward you does not want the edited version. They do not want the smaller, quieter, more manageable Sagittarius. They want the wildfire. They want the philosopher who asks questions at 2 in the morning. They want the one who laughs too loud and cries too easily and believes in things that cannot be proven. They want all of you. And you must stop apologizing for that. You must stop treating your depth like a defect. It is your magnetism. It is the very thing drawing this person across the distance. There is something deeper here, and I want to pull more cards for you because the energy is rich and layered today. The first card that rises is the Empress. Do you feel that? The Empress is the archetype of nurturing, of abundance, of the body remembering it is allowed to receive pleasure and softness without earning it first. For you, Sagittarius, this card says that the love coming is not another battlefield. It is not another test of endurance. It is a garden. You are being invited to receive care, not just give it. You are being invited to let someone bring you water when you are thirsty, instead of insisting you can walk another mile in the dry. Let them care for you. You have earned rest. You have earned softness. You have earned being the one who is held. Beside the Empress, the Knight of Cups appears, and this, my dear Archer, is your person. This is the energy signature of the one stepping forward. The Knight of Cups is romantic. Yes, but not in a shallow performative way. This is someone who carries their emotions with dignity. Someone who will say what they mean. Someone who will not play the disappearing act that wounded you before. They are coming with an offering, not a game. They are coming with a cup already full, not asking you to fill it for them. And the pace of the knight is important. He does not rush, he rides steadily. So if the first contact feels slow, if they do not flood your phone with 100 messages in the first hour, do not mistake their steadiness for disinterest. They are being intentional. They are making sure that when they arrive fully. Now, the third card, and this one made me pause, Sagittarius, because it is the Eight of Swords reversed. Do you know what that means? The Eight of Swords upright is the card of feeling trapped, of believing you are bound when the ropes are actually loose. Reversed, it is the moment you realize you can simply step out. The bindings were never locked. The cage door was never shut. You only believed it was. And this card appearing in your reading today tells me that the last invisible chain holding you back from love was a belief. A belief that said, if I open fully, I will be hurt again. If I trust, I will be abandoned. If I hope, I will be made a fool. And the universe is saying, gently, with infinite compassion, you are allowed to put that story down now. You are allowed to walk out of that cage. No one is holding you there anymore except the ghost of an old fear. And you do not have to destroy the fear. You do not have to conquer it. You simply have to stop letting it choose for you. What happens next is important, because I want you to understand that this personal transformation, this releasing of the old bindings, is not separate from the love that is arriving. They are the same event. The person comes because you release. The door opens because you stop guarding it. The universe does not send love to a heart that is still clutching a sword in self-defense. It sends love to a heart that has finally, tiredly, tenderly set the weapon down and whispered, okay, I will try again. But this time, I will not abandon myself in the process. And that, Sagittarius, is the most powerful prayer you can speak. Not a prayer for someone to complete you. A prayer that says you will remain whole, you will remain sovereign, you will remain you. And from that wholeness, you will let someone walk beside you. Not above you, not below you, beside. And I want to remind you softly that this reading is a lantern, not a leash. It is guidance offered in love, not a script you must follow with rigid expectation. You are the author. The stars illuminate the path, but your feet choose the steps. Filter everything through your own knowing. If something here makes your chest tighten with recognition, keep it. If something does not land, let it drift past like smoke. You owe no one your belief except yourself. But that is not all, Sagittarius, because the universe does not only care about the condition of your heart. It cares deeply about the vessel that carries that heart through this world. Let us speak of your body, your health, and the physical energy you are navigating right now. As a fire sign ruled by expansive Jupiter, you are so used to pushing through, of burning bright, of ignoring the subtle whispers of fatigue until your body is forced to shout. But the stars are asking you to pay attention to your lower body today, specifically your hips, your thighs, and your lower back. These are the areas where you store the emotional weight of the past few months. Every time you felt unsupported, every time you had to carry a burden that was not yours to bear, your physical body braced itself. It locked up to protect you. And now, as this new energy of love and abundance enters your field, your body is trying to release that stored tension. You might feel sudden aches, or a deep, heavy exhaustion that sleep does not quite fix. Please, my dear Archer, do not mistake this exhaustion for weakness. This is not your energy failing you. This is your nervous system finally feeling safe enough to power down and repair. It is a sacred reset. Drink more water than you think you need. Stretch gently. Speak to your hips and say, you can let go now, we are safe. When you honor your body's need to integrate these spiritual shifts, your physical vitality will return with a ferocity that surprises you. And speaking of energy, your emotional tone for this period is one of profound, quiet recalibration. You are moving out of the chaotic, frantic energy of survival and into the steady, grounded frequency of creation. You might find that things that used to trigger you simply bounce off you now. A rude comment, delayed email, a canceled plan where these would have sent you into a spiral of frustration a month ago. Today you just shrug, you observe it, and you let it pass. This is the emotional mastery you have been working toward. You are no longer at the mercy of the storm, you are becoming the eye of it. You are learning that true power is not about reacting to everything, but about choosing what deserves your precious fire. Now, let us bring this grounded energy into your professional life, because the universe is also showing me a significant shift in your career and your daily work. The tarot brings forward the King of Wands, card of visionary leadership, charisma, and unapologetic authority. For a long time, Sagittarius, you may have felt like you were doing the work of a leader, but receiving the recognition of an assistant. You have been the one with the ideas, the one who sees the bigger picture, the one who puts out the fires while others take the credit. But that dynamic is fracturing. The cosmos is repositioning you. People in your professional sphere are beginning to see you differently. They are noticing your competence, your unique perspective, your undeniable fire. If you have been waiting for a promotion, raise, or simply the respect that your efforts deserve, the momentum is finally swinging in your direction. Do not shrink in meetings. Do not preface your brilliant ideas with apologies or self-deprecation. Speak with the authority of the King of Wands. You have earned your seat at the table, and it is time to sit in it fully. And if you are currently in the trenches of a job search, if you have been sending out applications into what feels like a black hole, feeling the heavy, suffocating pressure of financial uncertainty, I need you to listen to me very closely. The cards show the Ace of Pentacles emerging from the mist. This is the ultimate seed of material manifestation. The universe is telling you that the wait is not a reflection of your worth or your employability. It was a period of divine redirection. You were being kept from opportunities that would have drained your spirit, underpaid your talents, or trapped you in a cycle of burnout. The job that is meant for you, the one that aligns with your soul's true trajectory, is materializing now. It may come through an unexpected channel, a former colleague reaching out, chance conversation at a coffee shop, or an opportunity that looks slightly different than what you originally envisioned but feels incredibly right in your gut. When the interview comes, and it will come soon, do not go in begging for a chance. Go in as an equal, offering your unique gifts to an organization that would be incredibly fortunate to have you. The shift in your posture will change the entire outcome. There is something deeper here, though, regarding your work. The universe is asking you to redefine what success actually means to you. Is it just a number in a bank account? Or is it the freedom to live authentically? As you step into this new phase of your career, ensure that the ladder you are climbing is leaning against the right wall. You are a sign that requires meaning, Sagittarius. If the work does not feed your soul, the money will never feel like enough. Trust that the opportunities arriving now carry both financial reward and spiritual alignment. The universe is not just giving you a job, it is giving you a platform. But that is not all, Sagittarius, because the universe knows that your spirit cannot fully soar if your material foundation feels shaky. Let us speak of your finances, of the money pressure that has been sitting heavy on your chest like a stone. You are a sign that requires freedom, and when the bank account feels tight, when the bills seem to multiply while the income stays stagnant, it does not just stress your mind, it cages your soul. You have been feeling that pressure, haven't you? The quiet anxiety that wakes you up at 3 in the morning, wondering how you will bridge the gap, wondering if you will ever feel truly secure, wondering if you will always have to hustle just to stay afloat. But I need you to hear me. The season of financial survival is ending. The universe is bringing the energy of justice into your material realm. Justice means the scales are finally being balanced. All the times you gave your time, your energy, your brilliance, and were undercompensated, the cosmos has kept a meticulous ledger. And now, the refunds are coming. This is not just about a random windfall, though unexpected money may indeed cross your path. This is about a fundamental shift in your financial destiny. You are moving from the energy of chasing to the energy of attracting. You are stepping into a timeline where your resources expand because your self-worth has finally expanded to match them. There is something deeper here when we look at your love life, and I want to speak directly to those of you who are already in a relationship. Perhaps lately, it has felt like you and your partner are just passing ships in the night. You are managing the household, managing the logistics, managing the stress, but you are not connecting. The spark has felt buried under the weight of routine, unspoken resentments, and the sheer exhaustion of daily life. You have been waiting for them to see you, to really see you, the way they did in the beginning. Sagittarius. The cards show a profound breakthrough coming for you. A conversation is on the horizon that will strip away the superficial layers and force you both to be radically honest. Do not fear this conversation. It is not a fight, it is a clearing. It is the breaking of the dam. When the truth comes out, it will not destroy your bond, it will water it. You will find a new depth of intimacy that you did not know was possible. Second honeymoon of the soul, where you remember why you chose each other in the first place. And for my single archers, the ones who have been holding the lantern in the dark, waiting for the person I promised you at the very beginning of this reading. Let us bring it all the way home. This person is not coming to play games. They are not coming to offer you breadcrumbs and call it a feast. They are coming with the energy of the Knight of Cups, steady, intentional, and emotionally available. You will know it is them because your nervous system will not panic. In the past, when you met someone, your heart would race with a mix of excitement and terror, that anxious attachment flaring up, wondering when they would pull away, wondering when the other shoe would drop. With this person, your heart will race, yes, but your stomach will feel grounded. You will feel a profound sense of relief. They will remember the small things you say. They will match your effort without you having to ask, beg, or send a passive-aggressive text. They will not make you guess. They will not leave you staring at a screen, analyzing the timestamp of their last message. They will communicate with a clarity that feels almost startling to a heart used to confusion. The universe is also showing me that this connection will likely be sparked through a shared interest, philosophical discussion, or a moment where you are both learning something new. Keep your eyes open in spaces where your mind is engaged, for that is where your heart will be caught. What happens next is important, because we must also address the roots of your tree. Your family dynamics have been a source of both immense love and profound frustration for you. As the truth teller of the Zodiac, you have often been the black sheep, the one who points out the elephant in the room while everyone else pretends it is not there. This has caused friction. It has caused heartache. You have carried the heavy burden of wanting to be understood by people who are deeply committed to misunderstanding you. But the spiritual theme for your family life right now is transformation through boundaries. You are realizing that you cannot heal people who do not want to be healed, and you cannot explain your light to those who are comfortable in the dark. You are the cycle breaker, Sagittarius. It is a lonely title, but it is a sacred one. Every time you choose your own peace over a toxic family tradition, you are healing not just yourself, but the ancestors who could not speak up, and the descendants who will never have to carry that weight. The universe is giving you the permission to love them from a distance, if that distance is what protects your peace. When you set a boundary with a family member in the coming weeks, do not feel guilty. Guilt is just the ghost of an old obligation. Let it pass. You are protecting the new love and the new abundance that is trying to enter your life. But that is not all, Sagittarius, because even your mind, your focus, your capacity to learn and grow, is being touched by this cosmic shift. If you are a student, if you are studying for an exam, if you are trying to absorb new information while your heart feels like it is being pulled in 17 different directions, I need you to hear this. The fog is lifting. For weeks, perhaps months, you have been trying to concentrate while carrying an invisible weight of emotional exhaustion. You would sit down with your books, your notes, your screen, and the words would swim because your spirit was elsewhere. Grieving, processing, waiting. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You were simply trying to run a marathon with a sprained ankle, and the universe is now handing you the ice pack. Over the next several days, you will feel a sharpness returning to your mind, a clarity, the ability to sit down, take a breath, and actually absorb what is in front of you. The material that felt impossible last week will suddenly click into place like key turning in a lock. Trust that timing. You are not behind. You are exactly where the universe needs you to be, and the knowledge will come to you when your spirit is steady enough to hold it. The universe is also showing me something beautiful about the people who are most magnetically aligned with your energy right now. 3 signs stand out in your compatibility field, and I want you to listen closely, because one of them may already be in your life circling closer. The first is Aries. Aries matches your fire, your spontaneity, your need for movement and truth. They do not try to slow you down, they run beside you. With Aries, you feel the exhilaration of being truly seen in your wildness, your restlessness. Your refusal to be boxed inches the second is Leo. Leo brings warmth, loyalty, and a deep, golden generosity of spirit. With Leo, you feel celebrated. They do not dim themselves to make you feel comfortable, and they do not ask you to dim yourself. You shine together, two suns in the same sky, and somehow neither one casts a shadow on the other. And the third is Pisces. Pisces brings the water your fire needs, not to extinguish you, but to create steam, to create movement, to create something larger than either of you could build alone. With Pisces, you feel a spiritual tenderness, a softness that reminds you it is safe to be vulnerable. If one of these signs has been on your mind lately, if their name keeps appearing, if you feel a pull toward them that you cannot logically explain, pay attention. The universe may be nudging you toward a conversation that changes everything. And now, Sagittarius, I want to bring you home. I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose, slow and full, hold it for a moment, and release it through your mouth, letting your shoulders drop, letting your jaw soften, letting the tension in your belly finally uncoil. You have made it through the waiting. You have made it through the doubt. You have made it through the nights where the silence felt so loud it was deafening, where you whispered prayers into the dark and wondered if anyone was listening. Someone was listening. The universe was listening, and the answer was not no. The answer was not yet, but soon, and it will be worth the wait. You are not forgotten. You are not too much. You are not unlovable. You are a magnificent, fire-born soul on the brink of a beautiful unfolding. And the love that is coming, the abundance that is coming, the relief that is coming, it is not a reward for suffering. It is your birthright. It was always yours. The delay was simply the universe clearing the path so that when it arrived, nothing would block it. I want to thank you from the deepest place in my spirit for being here today, for pressing play, for letting these words wash over you, for trusting that even in a sea of millions of videos, your soul guided you to this exact one, at this exact moment, because you needed to hear this. You needed to be reminded that you are not walking this road alone. You never have been, and I want to gently remind you that this reading is a lantern, not a leash. It is spiritual guidance offered in love, not an unbreakable prophecy carved in stone. You are the author of your life. The stars illuminate, but your choices write the story. So take what resonates in your bones, in your chest, in that quiet knowing place inside you, and release the rest. You owe no one your belief except yourself. You are the final authority over your own becoming. If this message touched something tender inside you, if it made your eyes sting, if it made you whisper, yes, I needed this, then please tap that like button one more time. It is a small gesture, but it sends a signal to the algorithm and to the universe that you are open, you are receiving, you are ready. Subscribe if you have not already, turn on the bell, come back tomorrow, and the day after, because I speak to your sign every single day, and I do not want you to miss the update that confirms everything I have told you today. You deserve to hear your name spoken with love, with clarity, with hope, every single morning. So go now, Sagittarius. Go with your head high. Go with your heart open, even if it is still a little bruised. Go with the knowing that you are protected, you are guided, you are deeply, fiercely, unconditionally loved by a universe that has been preparing this gift for you longer than you can comprehend. May your path be lit with golden fire. May your heart find the rest it deserves. May your hands hold the love that was always meant for you. And may you never, ever forget that you are enough exactly as you are in this moment, in this breath, in this beautiful, unfolding life. I love you, I believe in you, and I will see you in the next reading. Blessings, beloved Archer. Blessings upon blessings. Sagittarius, if you are still listening to my voice right now, if you have stayed with me through every layer of this reading, it is because your soul is hungry for the final truth. You did not click away because a part of you, deep down in the marrow of your bones, already knows that what I am telling you is real. You have felt the shift in the atmosphere. You have noticed the way the light hits your room differently in the late afternoon, the way certain songs keep playing at the exact moment you need to hear them, the way your dreams have become so vivid, so cinematic, that you wake up with the ghost of a touch still lingering on your skinches. These are not coincidences, my beautiful Archer. These are the breadcrumbs the universe is dropping to lead you out of the wilderness and into the sanctuary of your own life. But there is something deeper here. Shadow we must gently illuminate before you can fully step into this new timeline. We must talk about the paradox of the Sagittarius heart. You are the sign of the seeker, the explorer, the one who needs the horizon to feel alive. And because of this, you carry a secret, unspoken fear that you rarely admit to anyone. Perhaps not even to yourself. You fear that to be truly loved means to be trapped. You fear that the moment you surrender your heart, the moment you let someone see the soft, unarmored center of who you are, they will ask you to clip your own wings. You have spent so much of your life shooting your arrows far into the distance, running after freedom, running after meaning, running away from the terrifying vulnerability of simply staying put and being held. You have mistaken isolation for independence. You have mistaken loneliness for freedom. And this is why the universe had to make you wait. This is why the right person was delayed. Because if they had arrived when you were still running, you would have run from them, too. You would have sabotaged it out of a subconscious terror of being caged. But the waiting, the heartache, the quiet nights of questioning your own worth, that was the fire burning away your fear of stillness. You are finally ready to realize that true love is not cage. True love is a launch pad. The person stepping toward you now, this Knight of Cups with their steady, intentional energy, they do not want to tether you to the ground. They want to hand you a map and say, "Where are we going next?" They understand your need for space, your need for philosophy, your need to roam. They are not intimidated by your fire, they are warmed by it. When they arrive, you will not feel the urge to run. You will feel the profound, shocking relief of finally coming home. What happens next is important, because I want to give you a specific spiritual activation for tonight, the 17th of August, 2026. Tonight, when the house is quiet and the moon is holding space for you, I want you to take a piece of paper and a pen. I want you to write down the name of the person who made you feel like you were too much. Write down the name of the situation that made you feel like love was a punishment. Write down the fear that says you will be alone forever. Pour all of that heavy, stagnant energy out of your chest and onto the page. And then, I want you to tear that paper into the smallest pieces you can. As you tear it, I want you to speak out loud into the quiet room. I release the story that I am hard to love. I release the belief that I must earn my place in someone's heart. I am open. I am ready. I am worthy of a love that stays. Throw those pieces away. Wash your hands in cold water. And when you go to sleep tonight, imagine that royal purple light wrapping around you like heavy protective blanket. You are sealing the portal. You are telling the universe that the old you is gone, and the new you is ready to receive. The universe is also showing me that as you step into this new relationship, your entire reality will begin to upgrade. This love is a catalyst. It is the key that unlocks the financial abundance, the career recognition, and the physical vitality we spoke about earlier. When your heart is no longer leaking energy into the void of unrequited love, you will have so much power at your disposal. You will walk into rooms and command attention without saying a word. You will attract opportunities simply by being in your aligned, joyful state. This person is not just a romantic partner, they are a mirror reflecting your own magnificence back to you. They will look at you with such reverence that you will finally be forced to see yourself through their eyes. And when you do, you will weep at how beautiful you truly are. So take a deep breath, Sagittarius. Let it fill your lungs, let it expand your ribs. Let it remind you that you are alive, you are here, and you are profoundly loved by the cosmos. The waiting is over. The preparation is complete. The curtain is rising on the most beautiful act of your life. Walk forward with your head held high. Trust the timing, trust the signs, trust the quiet knowing in your gut. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and everything you have ever prayed for is already making its way to your door. Thank you for sharing this sacred space with me today. Thank you for your courage, your open heart, and your willingness to believe in the magic of your own life once again. Remember, the stars incline, they do not bind. You are the master of your fate, the captain of your soul. Keep what serves you, release what does not, and carry this light with you into the world. If this reading brought you peace, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share this message with a fellow Sagittarius who needs to hear it. I am sending you oceans of love, mountains of strength, and a sky full of clarity. Go gently, my brave archer. Your person is coming, your life is changing, and the best is truly yet to come. Blessings, blessings, and endless blessings. I will see you in the stars.